welcome to KO Tutorials. So let's continue with the next part of this tutorial. So let's get started. So as you can see over here, we have started with the lighting of this particular living room over here. So now what I'll be doing over here is like, let's go into this. I'll just open up a reference. So I'll just go over here. This is just a reference over here. I'll just slightly resize this. Now let's see once how it looks like after you render it. Alright. I'll just exclude this again, select this light over here. I'll slightly just go to the top view over here and I'll shuffle this light at the corner. I'll go into rendering, go into render setup, and let's go into the Vray. Again I'll activate this IPR over here. So select this light, slightly shuffle this up, and if you want I can slightly increase it. So as you can see, if I'm increasing it, it's increasing overall everywhere. So if you want, I can do something like I can reduce the target radius if needed, or the emit radius. So you can slightly reduce the emission radius over here. So I'll go over here. Okay, I'll just keep it this much. This much is okay. 0.4 a bit. Okay, this is okay now. Alright. Now what I can do over here is like, slightly we can shuffle this light a bit. I'll just save the file once. Slightly you can shuffle the light. Okay, now looks a bit better. So slightly just shifted the light. So before it was like this, nothing much difference. I'll slightly shift it. Alright. Now I'll again go over here and push it a bit inside, slightly shuffle this over here again, and again I'll go over here. Okay, this is making it very bright, so I'll just make it as 0.4 over here. Let's render it again. Okay, this is okay now. Now what I can do over here is like, let's take a Vray camera. So let's go over here, let's go into the camera, go into the Vray, and let's take a Vray physical camera. So I'll go over here, I'll just drag it till here, similarly as we have done it for this. So again I'll just press C over here. Let's go into the camera. I'll adjust this in this way. So now you see that we have a camera, that's a Vray camera. So I can just go into the perspective, select the normal camera, delete it, select the Vray camera. Now if you try to render this, you will get a bit darker over here. So what I can do over here is like, I can reduce the shutter speed, or you can go with, alright. So I've just slightly reduced, I've reduced the shutter speed over here. So I'll make this as 8 over here. That's your shutter speed. Let's make it as 10. And okay, I'll keep this stuff in this way. Let's again go into the render setup. Now go into rendering, go into the environment, and I'll take a Vray exposure control over here, and you can just go over here and you can just change the exposure control if needed. So we can just change this exposure control. So go into the environment again, go into the environment and effects, I can change it. As you can see, we have this color balance presets over here that are going to variate once you change this stuff over here. So if I make this, you can see that some are going towards more of a yellowish, some are going towards white over here. Alright. You will definitely see some variations over here. Okay, I'll just keep the shutter speed. And even if you want the custom temperature, we can go with some custom temperature as well. That's totally okay. We can just render it once over here. So again I'll go into this rendering, go into render setup. So let's go into the render setup over here. So again I'll go into this, go into the image filter. I can slightly increase this minimum samples to 5 and maximum to 35. I'll go into this, I'll activate the local subdivisions, I'll activate this. Adaptive is okay. Environment, GI environment, you can even change it if you need it. If you want to off this, you can just off this. Okay, I'll off this reflection and refraction environment over here. So go into the color mapping, keep it as HSV exponential. Subpixel mapping, I'll activate it. And into this, we do have the subdivisions over here. I'll make this as 180 by 60. and the light cache I'll go to 1500, render it again. So we can do some changes like this. Again, go into the environment, not seeing any changes yet. Okay. So we'll keep this as 1000 only. And over here I'll keep this as D65, render it again. Okay. And if needed, you can slightly select this sun over here, and you can push it towards a bit white over here if needed. Okay, that can be changed if needed. So it should not burn, that's very important. So select this light again, and turbidity I'll just make it as 1.5 or 2, ozone 0.2, and let's render it again. Alright, looks better now. Alright. Okay. Even you have over here the white balance. If you want to use it, you can use this as well. You can just go over here and change the balancing stuff from here as well. Yeah, I think this looks a bit better. I'll make this, because that was going more towards orangish. So we'll keep it as this. This is okay. Yeah. And slightly select this light as well, and render it once again. Okay, we can slightly increase its intensity of it. If you want, you can slightly push towards a bit white. That's totally okay. Yeah. So guys, if any doubts, please put it in the comment section over here. So we'll continue the rest of the part in the coming tutorial. So thanks for watching this tutorial.